Greetings, real estate professionals, and welcome. Now, would you like to substantially increase your revenues and profits from your existing business? How about generate residual and passive income to go along with that commission-based income? How about offer your clients much more value than your competitions offer? Attract resources and funding for your own real estate deals and your investors' real estate deals, and be able to offer your services to thousands of investors nationwide. Hi, my name is Bill Omi, and I'm a real estate investor and a member of the National Real Estate Investors Group. We're looking for agents, brokers, and other real estate professionals who want to increase their knowledge about real estate investing strategies. People that want to provide value to your investor clients by understanding investing strategies. Attract investor clients in addition to your retail clients. Increase your income by building a portfolio of your own investments while you're helping others. Our program teaches wealth creation through real estate investing. Many of our top investors started their careers in real estate sales, but now they're adding passive income to their current commission-based compensation. Now, how many deals do you find every day in your normal business? And how much money are you missing because of lack of knowledge and lack of funds to execute those deals? Now, here's some statistics from the National Association of Realtors. There's 1.1 million realtors in the United States. Over 80% of all realtors are focused on residential sales. The median gross income was $45,000 in 2014, $47,000 in 2013, meaning the median gross income for realtors is going down in a rising market. Income is declining while expenses are increasing. Income is declining while market conditions are improving. 70% of all realtors will quit the business within 1 year, and 83% of realtors starting today will be out of the business within 5 years. Beat those odds. Learn to be an investor. Learn to be an agent for investors, not just a retail sales agent. Learn how to serve investors, not just retail clients. Now, here's our education platform, and this is what you're going to need to know. We have a course curriculum set up like a college where you have freshman and sophomore classes. Okay, first is the essentials classes. This teaches the agents real estate essentials, real estate red flags. What do you need to stay away from when you're investing? Credit management, how to get people in your own credit squared away so that you're eligible for loans. Finding properties at deep discounts, find the deal of the decade. And folks, it happens every day. Creative acquisition strategies, how to control properties instead of buying them, how to use subject to financing, how options work, lease options, both buying and selling, installment contracts, contracts for deed. These are different tools that investors use when they're investing. Real estate marketing, which is the lifeblood of your business. We have 2 classes, 2 8-hour classes on tax and legal strategies. How do you hold your properties? How do you set up your entities so that you minimize your taxes and you maximize your liability protection? How to use IRAs for investing. Imagine if you could teach your investors how they can fund deals using money from either their IRAs or other people's IRAs. What power would you have? What value would you have to your investors? Now, once you've taken the essentials classes, then we teach the different vocations. Do you want to be a fix and flip expert? Okay, fixing and flipping, 7 classes teach you everything you need to know step by step to successfully do fixes and flips. How about buy and hold? Well, if you want to learn to buy and hold, and I'm not talking about just be a landlord, I'm talking about investment buy and hold. 7 classes teach you what you need to know. Foreclosures and short sales. How about being an investor in the short sale, not just an agent making a 3% commission on a short sale? There's 6 classes. Multifamily. How to structure, set up, maintain, and execute multifamily investments. There's 5 classes teach you everything you need to know. How about being the bank? Seller finance notes. How do you season those notes? How do you structure those notes so that investors will buy them on the secondary market? Imagine the properties you could sell if you could show your sellers how seller financing can be used. And sometimes the seasoning is as little as 30 days on seller financing before they can sell those notes off to the investors. 5 classes will teach you what you need to know. And commercial real estate. What makes a good commercial real estate deal? And how you can help your investors invest in commercial real estate. In addition, we have bonus tracks on negotiation, tracks on raising funds through private placement memoranda, tracks on everything you would need to know to do the investing side of the business. In addition, we are now debuting our accelerated debt elimination program. This is spectacular. A step-by-step program that teaches you or your client how to pay off installment loan debt in record time without making extra principal payments. You can show people how to pay off a traditional 30-year mortgage, a $300K 30-year mortgage in 7 to 10 years without any extra principal payments and save them over $150,000 in interest. No extra principal payments and no refinancing required. You can also show people how to pay off student loan debt and car loans in less than half the time. Also, you can pay off investment debt. So your investors can be buying properties at a quicker pace and paying them off, and the cash flow goes up dramatically. So how many people do you know have mortgages, student loan debt, and car loans that can benefit from this? Now you have a solution. So here's not only the classes, but we have coaching. It's all about the coaching in the community. So we have group coaching. We also have one-on-one coaching where one of our expert instructors will help you through your first deal. We have live classes in addition to all of our online classes. We record our classes continuously out in our Salt Lake City studios because everything has to be updated. Everything has to be current. We have monthly workshops in our offices throughout the country or via the internet. And we have weekly study groups. So you'll have no shortage of support learning these tools, learning these concepts and strategies. Now, here is the 3 breakdowns of the course curriculum. You can start with the essentials. The essentials is 9 8-hour classes, weekly group coaching, and it's good for 2 people. The advanced combo is the essentials plus 2 of those vocation tracks. So you could pick fix and flip, buy and hold, and you get the weekly group coaching and 12 months to watch the classes. It's good for you and a partner. The extreme combo, and believe me, 53% of our students, we have over 10,000, opt for the extreme combo. This is everything the school has to offer. We're talking the essentials, all 6 vocational tracks, the bonus track, 3 levels of coaching, and the opportunity for unlimited lifetime access to updates and additions. Continuing education is now included for the rest of your life, and it's good for you and a partner. Now, if you're interested and you get this, the National Real Estate Investors Group has an Earn While You Learn program. Okay, you can get your education paid for before you do your first deal, so contact us for details. Now this program is going to teach all 4 levels of real estate investing: wholesaling, fixing and flipping, buy and hold, and money lending. Okay, this is the path that most investors go through. The important part is at levels 1 and 2, you still have earned income. But at levels 3 and 4, now you're creating wealth and passive income. Okay, so the goal here is to take you from a job to creating a legacy. Now here's an example. Here's an investor agent, Mark Piper out of Chicago, and he was a realtor for 20 years, and he got the classes and he learned how to be an investor. And you can see his testimonial. My real estate training taught me how to sell a house. But the real estate classes, the investor classes, taught him how to construct a deal and control the amount of money made rather than a small regulated commission. So he took these fix and flips and he used his IRA to fund them, and he created a $50,000 profit, okay, within his IRA. That's not something you can do through the stock market. In addition, he used subject to strategies, and you would learn about that, to control properties, and he acquired 2 rental properties subject to, and now he's generating $1,620 a month for free, basically out of thin air. Would you be more valuable to your investor clients if you understood these strategies and you could bring to your investors the deal rather than just a property or a listing? Here's another example. 3 agents, Janine, Maggie, and Stephanie, they were agents for short sales and they became investors in short sales. So rather than a 3% commission, she started earning checks such as $95,000 per deal or $211,000 per deal. And they've done over 265 short sales in the last 4 years. Okay, these folks were agents who are now investors, and they've been written up in some of the top magazines in the country. In addition to the education, you'll be part of a community. You're going to have thousands of investors that you can network with. So you're going to be associated with like-minded, supportive entrepreneurs, and we have lenders, resources, and relationships to help you and your clients do real estate deals. So take the next step. For more information and to watch our 3-step informational videos, contact Mike Harrington, who's the CEO of the National Real Estate Investors Group. Here's his phone number, and here's his email address. And take your business to the next level. Become an investor. Start working with investors. And I hope to be working with you soon. Thank you for your time.